The polls are closed in New Jersey, a state playing a key role in the Democratic Party's quest to take back the House. We head now to Sea Isle City, New Jersey, and the headquarters of 2nd District Democrat Jeff Van Drew, who's vying for a Republican-held seat. NJTV state correspondent David Cruz joins us now to talk about what's happening. So, David, two Republicans, Rodney Frelinghuysen and Frank Lobiondo, are retiring from very red districts. What's your sense? Can Democrats win these places over and turn those districts blue this primary?
Well, the expectation is that they can. This is a rare occurrence here, a Democratic victory party. Of course, it's a primary, but this is the 2nd district where we are. It is in very South Jersey, Cape May County. Give you an example of how red it kind of is. The president's approval ratings in this area are about a little bit over 50%, whereas across the state, it's about 30%. So starting with the 2nd district and going on to the 7th and the 11th, where another incumbent, Rodney Frelinghuysen, is also retiring, Democrats feel pretty good about those three flipping them from red to blue.
And I guess those good feelings will be based on turnout. In 2015, the Philadelphia Inquirer reports only 5% of New Jersey's registered voters even made it out to the midterm primary polls. That's more than 3 million potential voters who stayed at home. So what sense are you getting of Democratic turnout at this stage and turnout overall?
Turnout overall, it's a long-standing Jersey tradition. Turnout for primaries is generally pretty low. One of the things that we're going to look at as we do a kind of a post-mortem on this is to see what the turnout was amongst Democrats. In this state, Democrats keep saying that they're energized and that they're going to be flipping seats from red to blue and that they're going to get their senator elected. So they say that there's a lot of enthusiasm. We'll have to see if that enthusiasm translated to numbers at the polls. Generally speaking, what we've seen is a pretty low turnout today, though.
Now, in some cases, people have yet to really feel the tax reform benefit or loss because it hasn't really affected the way they do taxes yet, but they know what's coming. What role will the state and local tax deductions play in getting people out to vote and making their choices?
Well, it's one of the big issues. I mean, in New Jersey, where the average real estate tax is between $8,000 and $10,000, the SALT deductions are expected to hit pretty hard here, and almost all of the elected officials in terms of Congress, including Republicans here, except for the most conservative Republican in the 1st district, voted against the president's tax bill. So SALT deductions are very big here. Real estate taxes are the biggest social, the biggest economic, and the biggest political issue. You talk to people, generally, they're not talking about real estate taxes, but when it comes time to election time and you ask people what's the biggest issue they're facing, real estate tax is number one.
Right. Now, New Jersey hasn't had a Republican senator for some time, but millions is being spent to unseat incumbent Democrat Bob Menendez. What chances do his opponents have?
There is a sense in New Jersey, mostly among Democrats, but also among some Republicans, that a blue wave is coming in the fall. The president is still very unpopular in this state, and as far as the top of the ticket will be in November, the U.S. Senate race, there is a very small chance that Bob Hugin is going to do anything, and he has a puncher's chance because he's got tens of millions of dollars that he can throw into this race. But as Republicans have done in the past here, they've thrown money at this race, but it's unlikely that Bob Hugin is going to be able to make a dent in Bob Menendez's lead, which is probably varies somewhere between 12 and 15 percentage points at this point.
All right, we'll keep checking in with you as the night unfolds. David Cruz, thank you very much.
Thanks, Errol.